Posso? João Felix, boa tarde, Walter Madureira, Antena 1. Normalmente as primeiras... Aqui.
Hi, Joao.
As primeiras perguntas são um bocadinho para quebrar o gelo, mas como só tenho direito a uma, deixe-me perguntar...
The first questions are meant to break the ice, but since I only have one question, are you sad that you have yet to play?
Para com o selecionador de Portugal.
There's been news lately of your displeasure towards the head coach. I'm sorry, but these questions based on false premises, and I'd like to disavow this. Well, my brother texted me this news. This is a lie. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And I think this is disrespectful towards my name and towards the gaffer and the national team as a whole.
Over here. Go ahead. Just over here. Wait for the microphone. Yes.
Olá, João. Boa tarde. António Botelho em direto para a TSF. O que é que sente que está a faltar mais na carreira? O que é que está a faltar na carreira?
What do you think is missing in your career so that you can showcase your talent more regularly?
Sinceramente, é difícil responder essa pergunta.
Honestly, this is a tough question. It's hard to answer. I always try to do my best.
Tento sempre fazer o melhor, ajudar a equipa.
I always try to be at my best. I always try to help the team. Sometimes things have not gone as well as I wanted, but I will never throw in the towel, and I'm sure you'll see me win. Like you've always thought since my career was launched in Benfica, the best is yet to come.
Boa tarde, Pedro Neves de Sousa, Correio da Manhã e CMTV. Ainda não jogou qualquer minuto neste campeonato da Europa. Como é que lida com
You haven't played yet?
a decisão do selecionador?
How do you deal with the head coach's decisions? I deal very well with that. Fortunately or unfortunately, I've already been benched in my regular clubs. This has helped me learn how to react to these situations. I'm a squad player, and whenever I'm needed, I'll be there to come on.
Next question. Go ahead.
João, muito boa tarde. Paulo Pereira em direto para a CNN Portugal. Diz-nos a experiência que o jogador que vai à sala de imprensa no dia seguinte é...
Experience has taught us that whoever is in the press room will be in the starting 11 the following day. Well, be careful because sometimes that doesn't happen. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I think it's possible. I think the gaffer is going to change some players, and I hope to be in the starting 11 so I can help our team.
Okay, next question over here. Thank you.
Olá, João. Boa tarde. João Bipim para a bola. Como é que se sente, João? Como é que se sente?
Bem.
How do you feel?
Como é que sentiram ontem?
I feel great.
Durante o jogo de Itália, não sei se viram, houve uma forte possibilidade de Itália vir a
Did
ser o
you
adversário
watch
nos oitavos de final.
Italy's game tomorrow?
Completamente isso fora de questão. Não sei se
For a while, there was a chance that Portugal could play Italy, but then their late goal cancelled that out. Did you know that? Yeah, we knew about that. I saw Croatia's first goal, and to be honest, I didn't think Italy was going to score, so I went back to playing cards with my teammates, and I saw the goal later on, but at the time I didn't even notice they had scored.
O João, ao longo do tempo e da sua carreira, foi sempre jogador em quem foram depositadas grandes...
Throughout your career,
Gostava de saber como é que o João, ao longo destes anos...
people have expected a lot of you.
Da sua carreira...
How do you deal with it?
E se sente hoje mais maduro também para lidar...
In the best and in the not so great moments, do you feel you're more equipped to deal with all the hullabaloo surrounding you and your career? Yes, every day I'm more and more prepared to deal with everything. Most of the things that are said and that appear in the news are not true. Sometimes they call into question my professionalism and my love for the game.
Dizem, do que falam, do que.
Very few things
O que sim me deixa chateado é coisas que são
make
mentiras.
me mad.
Como foi esta história de eu ter.
The ones that make me matter, so to speak, are things that are made up when there's news that I'm
Chateado e
pressing
porque são
the gaffer or that I'm
apanhar muitas pessoas que
not happy.
querem o bem.
And this is sad because throughout our careers we have many people who want the best for us, but even more who don't.
E que desprezam.
But this is what the world is like, but these are the people I despise.
Just over there. Thank you.
Boa tarde, João Felix. João Alves Domingos, estamos em direto para a RTP3. Já falou sobre esses rumores, já os desmentiu, mas um facto é que
You've addressed these rumors.
o jogo com a Turquia, depois regressou.
You said these aren't true, but after the game against Turkey, you left before the end and you came back. What happened? I went to the bathroom.
Quer que diga o que é que fiz?
Would you like me to tell you what I did there?
Okay, next question, please, over there. The lady. Thank you.
Boa tarde, João Félix. Cristiana Carlos Alves, em direto para a SIC Notícias. Quando falamos há sensivelmente 2-3 meses, o João destacou a importância do voto de confiança.
When we talked 2-3 months ago, you said you received a vow of confidence from Roberto Martinez. You were in the starting 11 in the 2 exhibition matches before leaving for Germany. Was this vow of confidence important for you, and has the head coach told you why you're not in the starting 11? Oh, no, I think I trust him and he trusts me to the same degree.
Carreira jogar mais ou menos. Optou por não me colocar.
At a point in our careers, some play more, others play less.
Ele é o treinador, ele
He has chosen not to field me
falei com ele, ele fez questão de falar
these
comigo
past 2 games.
deixámos claro que
He wanted to talk to me, but we made it clear that we both trusted each other. And I told him that whenever I was needed to help the team, I was ready.
Boa tarde, João. Martinez, do Jornal Record. O João já referiu que possivelmente será titular, já o confessou aqui. Num jogo em que Roberto
You already said that you may be in the starting 11.
este é também um momento decisivo para
This game will see a new starting 11.
poder dar uma
Do you think this may be a decisive point for you? Do you want to show that you're not just a glorified sub,
não acho que seja um momento chave, acho que é mais um momento
and that you can? Do you think this is a key moment for you? I don't think this is a key moment because nothing is defined by 10 minutes, half an hour, one game.
sim, que amanhã é um jogo importante.
I think
É um jogo do Campeonato da Europa,
it has to do with
todas as pessoas estão a ver,
consistency in games, but tomorrow may be important.
portanto vai ser um jogo bom.
It's a special stage. I hope it's a very good match, and I hope to be one of the ones helping
Okay,
our team.
go ahead.
Olá, boa tarde, João. António Oliveira, da agência Lusa. Muitas vezes nestes jogos que estes jogadores que não têm sido tão
Very often,
oportunidade acabam por
players who get fewer minutes and then they get a chance. And I'm thinking of Conceição in Euro 2000. Sometimes they produce great performances and then claim a spot in the starting 11. Do you want to show everyone that
Sim, todos os
you're a player to be reckoned with?
têm
Well, yes, all 26 players who are here
e depois cá
can be in the starting 11. They're fighting
quem acha que vai corresponder melhor ao jogo.
for their place, and it's up to the gaffer to decide who is best, who can
Oportunidade para demonstrar
perform best. And I think tomorrow it's a chance for everyone to say that they're ready, that they can be in the starting 11, that they're there to help.
oportunidade para todos que vão ter amanhã.
So I think it's a great chance for everyone who may be on the pitch tomorrow.
Thank you. Firstly, Second for Georgia, directly Medadze. No, the question to show.
Wait for the player to get translation. It's better. Go ahead.
Consigo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second for Georgia, directly Medadze.
Setanta Sport Georgia. My name is Irakli Imedadze.
No da?
I have some delay.
My name is Irakli Imedadze.
You can. It's time. Yeah.
Okay. What's your knowledge about Georgian national team. What to expect for tomorrow's game from your national team, and was the last year's game between under 21 teams of Georgia and Portugal on European Championship was a topic to be discussed between you guys? Thank you very much.
Ok. Respondo português. Sim, sabemos das dificuldades dos pontos fortes da Geórgia, estudamos, vimos vídeos.
We know what their strongest points are. We've seen some videos. We've seen what they do well,
E estar atentos às
what their weaknesses are.
São uma equipa muito
We'll be watching for their quality players. They're a very combative team.
e acho que até
They're highly patriotic.
vão disputar o jogo.
They never throw in the towel, and I think
Nada fácil.
they'll be in it until the last minute, and it's not going to be easy at all.
We're going to try if we succeed. So it's from René on remote. Let's try to plug. So the floor is yours. René, go ahead with the question. If it's working. So far, go ahead with your question. René? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Joao Felix. Thank you, Mr. Roberto Martinez. Okay, last row, please.
Muito obrigado, Sr. Treinador.
First question over there for the coach. Go ahead.
Boa tarde, Roberto Martinez, Pedro Castro Alves, da Rádio Renascença, aqui atrás. Já confirmou que o Diogo Costa será titular.
You have confirmed that Diogo Costa will be the starting goalkeeper. João Felix has been here. What else can you tell us about changes?
Boa tarde. Sim, o primeiro, respeito para o jogo. Nós preparamos o jogo para ganhar. Acho que
We're preparing to win. I think it's important to maintain the integrity of this Euros. It's a very important game because this result will be crucial to determine who qualifies and who doesn't. Georgia has been playing a very interesting tournament. They had a chance to win against Czechia. They were very competitive against Turkey. And we need to keep just as focused as we've been so far, and we want to win. As for the starting 11, it's important to keep growing. I don't like to use the word revolution because all the players that are here have played or play important roles, and the starting and the ending 11 tomorrow are filled with important players. It'll be Diogo Costa in goal. I don't like to change goalkeepers. I think goalkeepers are a team within a team. Diogo Costa needs to have the best possible relations with the center backs and with the defensive line because of dead ball situations. Georgia attacks differently than the other teams, and I believe in José Sá and Rui Patrício. Of course, they're ready to play, and in the qualifying stages, we won with them in goal. So, but I don't think the goal needs to change. And then we'll have players who've shown what they can do with us. It won't be a revolution. It's going to be a competitive team that wants to win.
Raise your hand all the same moments. Wait your turn, it's going to be smooth. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
A very specific question. There's Francisco Conceição. He was very important in the first game. When he celebrated, he was yellow carded because of the emotional moment. Does this yellow card influence the ability of Francisco Conceição to be picked for the starting 11 or not? No. I think it's a good question. To be fair, I think this is a yellow card. I think anyone could have felt the same. I understand how he celebrated, but this is not part of what he does on the pitch. He's a very vertical player. He's very good on the ball. So this is not an issue. I think Chico has many chances that he'll be playing tomorrow.
Boa tarde, Roberto Martinez. Cristiana Queiroz Alves, em direto para a SIC Notícias. Tivemos ainda aqui há pouco o João Félix. Pergunto-lhe se nos pode confirmar a titularidade.
We just had Joao Felix with us. Can you tell us whether or not he'll be in the starting 11? And he hasn't played a single minute so far. I'm sure he as well as other players who haven't played are a bit frustrated and anxious. How do you manage all these expectations of players who want to do their best for the national team? Is there any friction in the team? No, there is no friction. This is one of the most important moments in a player's career. Everybody wants to be in the starting 11. Everybody wants to play for 90 minutes. But the players are also aware that they are very important, and we as a nation, as a national team, we want to win, and everybody needs to play their role. On pitch, off the pitch, in practice. Our training sections have been incredible. I think Joao wants to play, and he's ready to play. And that's actually what I'm assessing. I'm assessing their approach, their work rate, their commitment, and I can tell you that all 26 players have shown the same level of commitment so far.
Eu pergunto se Cristiano Ronaldo vai ser titular amanhã e como é que ele tem
Is Cristiano going to be in the starting 11? And how, after the game against Turkey, how has he been dealing with the constant pitch invasions from fans that want to meet him? I can tell you that the captain will be in the starting 11. He played one preparation game. His season, he had a very consistent season this year. He played every game. He's played many minutes. And we need... it's important to keep the competitive levels. It's not good to start and stop. So I can tell you that the captain and Diogo Costa will be in the starting 11.
We don't have translation, please. So we switch to the next question.
No microphone.
You can ask a question second time. Okay, coach.
Was my mistake that ele é jogador experiente, tem muitos anos.
He's a very experienced player.
Ele conhece muito.
He's been with the team for over 20 years. He knows the kind of support fans provide. But not just Portuguese fans, football fans. I hope there won't be any pitch invasions. This is dangerous. And it's not good for football. It's not the part of the game that we want to see. From what you've said so far, we know it's going to be Diogo Costa and Ronaldo. And an additional line, yes, because I can't field any more players. If I could, I would. I would try to play with 23 outfield players and 3 in goal. What about Pep? Because of his age and because he's played so many minutes so far, will you be trying to manage his condition? Every single player is managed individually. Age is not an issue. This is a very short tournament. We're thinking about injuries and minutes, about their seasons. We have a lot of information. We've been together for 24 days, 3 additional days for some players, so we have a lot of information, but looking at the age for a tournament this short makes no sense.
para a TSF. Ontem o Nuno Mendes, o Gonçalo Ramos e o Jota trabalharam à parte.
Nuno Mendes, Gonçalo Mendes and Jota. Nuno Mendes was at the gym. Jota and Gonçalo Ramos just ran. What is their physical status? All three of them are fit. I can tell you they're fit for the game tomorrow. Nevertheless, they won't be able to play for 90 minutes because they only had one practice session with the team, but medically speaking, they're fit.
Over there, guys, over there. Mix. Take your decision. Okay, go ahead.
Boa tarde, Roberto Martinez, João Pimpim para a bola.
Boa tarde, João.
Já falou do Diogo Costa, do Cristiano Ronaldo.
You already talked about Diogo Costa, Cristiano Ronaldo. I know it's been 3 years. But in the Euros 2020 with Belgium, in a situation like this, where you had already qualified, you changed almost every player. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You kept Courtois and Lukaku. So again, the goalkeeper and the striker. This worked for you, so is this something you're sticking to? I think experience is very important. I was at the Euros in 2020, the World Cup in 2018, and it's important to manage the dressing room. Every single player is different. Every dressing room has players competing for each position. We need to manage each player individually, but experience shows that it's important to keep the goalkeeper and it's important to grow as a team, and we're focused on winning, not to have every player play. We don't want to manage the dressing room. We want to have a competitive team where we can see who wants to play and who wants to be in the starting 11. João Felix was sitting where you are, and he told us he had the feeling that he was going to be in the starting 11. You've already said Diogo Costa will be, and Ronaldo will be. Can you confirm that João will be? Well, yeah, I won't, because otherwise you'll want all remaining 9 players. I have yet to talk to them, so I don't want to give you the lineup. The most important thing about João Felix is that he's a world-class player. He's an amazing inside player. I would love it if João Felix and Danilo, Mateus Nunes, I would love it if all the players who have yet to play, as soon as they come on, I want them to show that they believe and that the whole team is behind them. As a national team, I think we need we need to work on their mindset. I like all players, but only 11. There's only 11 starters.
Para o Canal 11, queria lhe perguntar, Portugal ainda não tem adversário para os oitavos de final. Queria perguntar se há alguma preferência.
You don't know who we're going to face in the last 16. Do you have a preference? Have you seen the games of our possible opponents? And how are you dealing with this uncertainty? Well, this is part of the match. This is part of the game. But we're focused on tomorrow's game. We're focused on winning. We want to win all 3 matches and grow as a team. And then there's the players' performance and attitude. They behave exceptionally. And then the last 16 game, it doesn't matter who we're facing. It's going to be important on the 1st of July. But now we're focused in Georgia. They're a great team. They're great at the back. They defend deep, usually with a line of 5, but they have players with individual quality that is amazing.
Now we take
We're
questions
facing
in
Georgia,
English,
and
please.
we'll give it our best.
Over there. Thank you.
Roberto
Obrigado.
Mendoza in Israel today. You're one of the few coaches to have a Champions League level squad, all the players in. What's your philosophy in taking a team? First talent or first system?
Very interesting. I don't think it's. I think that's a very personal. Every manager is different. Every coach is different. Throughout my career, I had a lot of coaches that they wanted to have a system, and the players had to fit in the system. My preference is to get a good, well-balanced team and let the individual talent to dictate how you want to play. That's my personal way of working. When I look at the dressing room that we have, the quality that we have, we're a technical team. We like to have the ball. We have to be on the attack. We are a team that we can create chances to score. We can defend quick. But I think for us, it's more a tactical flexibility rather than to be rigid in one system and adapt to the qualities of our players.
Okay, we're going to go for the last 3 questions. One over here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo Briani from RAI Italian Television.
Hello,
I have
Lorenzo.
a triple question for Roberto Martinez. If you just close your eyes, dream, where is going to be Portugal? Second question, which are the favorites of the European Championship? I think also Portugal can be there, but you have to answer to me with your eyes closed. And what do you think about Italy?
Okay.
It's a strange. I was yesterday in Lipsia, and the match was kind of balancing. And last question.
It's 4 questions, man. Huh?
It's like
I need a notebook. I need a notebook.
How is your satisfaction to train all these champions? That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I'll try to remember them all. I'll start with the first one, just to let you know that if you ask me, I'm the national team coach of Portugal, so I'm not allowed to dream. I need to work every day, and I need to establish the process. What we want to do is to arrive far. We allow our fans to dream with this generation that we have. That is a wonderful generation, really committed to the national team, but an incredible talent. And my dream is very clear, is to try to get the dream of our fans come to reality. So that's why I focus in to get the period and the process. Your second question, I don't believe that there are favorites in this tournament. My experience tells me, you're talking about the European Championship, there are more than 10 winners. There is a lot of small details that allow you to progress into the finals. And I don't think there are favorites. There are candidates, clearly. There are a group of national teams that the players that they have, they got a level that probably they need to cope with expectations, and they can cope with expecting to be fine in the tournament. But I feel that Portugal, we are in that group, that Italy is as well, because the experience and what they do in all the tournaments. And then about Italy, it doesn't surprise me. They're always competitive. It's not about how they play, it's how they grow in tournaments and how they manage always to compete and to adapt from game to game. And they've got a wonderful coach that has got all the experience and everything is needed to go really far in this tournament.
Thank you, Coach, for remembering all the questions.
I'm sure I forgot one.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Which one was it? Oh, well, I cannot express. I'm extremely proud to be the national team coach of Portugal. I love discovering the culture, the passion that is behind the national team, what it means. I've learned a lot of what the national team brings to the immigrants of Portugal that they are living in Germany, something that I couldn't even imagine was well above my expectations. And I feel a real sense of responsibility and proud to represent the national team.
Okay, let's go.
Boa tarde, Roberto. Romana Fonte, Diário L'Equipe. Você falou do que o Vitinha foi nas últimas semanas o melhor Vitinha da.
You said that over the past weeks, Vitinha has played his best games in the national team. Where has he progressed the most? It's actually a great question. I think Vitinha is a very young player. He had a very important season, career-wise. I think what he achieved in the Champions League change the way he plays, change his personality. I saw him play Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund, and I saw a new Vitinha that is ready to shoulder the responsibility with the national team. And in the first friendly against Finland, I saw the best Vitinha that we've ever had in the national team.
Thank you.
Boa tarde, Sr. Martinez. Boa tarde. Lucas Dombrowski para o diário alemão Bild. Uma pergunta um pouco mais geral sobre a fase de grupos. Já viste
A general question about the group stage. Have you spotted any trends in the team? Something that caught your eye? Well, generally speaking, I think we have very, very competitive games. Teams want to win and score, and I like that. We've seen many goals in the final 5 or 10 minutes. I think the teams are physically very strong. However, their intention of scoring and winning is that which is making the Euros 2024 into a very, very strong tournament.
I will apologize, maybe you already talked about it, but I faced some challenges in terms of translation. So, what's your thoughts about Georgian national team, firstly, and about entire Georgian football? For example, you have played for Wigan Athletic. At that time, Georgia Kinkladze has played in Manchester City, and that's all. Thank you very much.
Yes. It's good to look back in the memory. Giorgio Kinkladze he was always an incredible player to follow, an artist on the football pitch. And I think he shows the mentality of the Georgian football. I think we got a few players now, probably Vicha is the one that he represents, that capacity of breaking defensive systems with the ball. Vicha is the player in the 5 top leagues with the biggest amount of dribbles and shots after those dribbles. So I think it's very significant. The goalkeeper has been in a very good level for the 3 seasons at Valencia. This is a very good team that we admire the way that they qualified. I think they surprised a lot of people by leaving Greece and Luxembourg in the qualification playoffs. And I think they've been very unlucky not to get more points in the last 2 games. So we respect immensely what the coach Sagnol is building, but I think it's clear to see very young, individual, talented players for Georgia, that they give a very unique style, that it represents very much what the old legends of Georgian football were.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Francois.
Obrigado, Francisco. Gracias. Hasta mañana.